Hi, in this video, we will analyze the motion of this car and expressed by the acceleration time graph. And basically, we will try to find out that what is the total change in velocity throughout the motion. As you see from the graph that the motion is ending at that point at the 6th second. So at the 0th second, what we observe that acceleration is maximum, okay? Which means that we can uh, visualize that basically the maximum force was applied on it. It possessed the maximum acceleration. It has a maximum change in velocity in a first interval. So that's why you also see that the distance covered in this interval is maximum, and the distance covered in every next interval is decreasing. Why? Because look at the graph, acceleration is decreasing. So that's why the velocity is increasing, but the distance covered in every next interval is decreasing. So this is the time at the t is equal to 0 second. So let's say this is the time t is equal to 2 seconds. Then it's the second position, and then this is the 6th second. And afterwards, what we observe that at the 6th second, when the acceleration is 0, it means that the velocity will be constant. So that's why I have shown you properly that the distance covered after 4 seconds in every next interval is same, which means that the car is moving with constant velocity. Anyways, this was all the explanation. Now let's come back to the question. We have to find out the change in velocity in the first 6 seconds. Right now, from the acceleration time graph, how do we calculate the change in velocity? That is the characteristics of the graph. We can simply calculate the area under this line. Okay, this will give us the total change in velocity. If they are mentioning for the 6 seconds, so then we will calculate the area under this whole graph, right? So it is a triangle, so that is 1/2 into the base of this triangle is 6 seconds, and the height of the triangle is 12 meter per second square. So that is obviously how much is 36 meter per second. It means that at that time, when the maximum force was applied at that time the speed was 0. But at the 6th second, dear students, the speed is maximum, which is equal to 36 meter per second. So the right answer is option C. And by the way, if you are curious that how the speed is changing throughout this time with respect to time, so we see that acceleration all the time is positively decreasing. So which means that the graph of the velocity time can never be a straight line. It should be a curved, it should be like this curve, right? At that point, acceleration is 0 because the tangent line is horizontal. So I hope you understand this solution.